Hello, this is Flights in Asia, and in this video we'll be heading to Hong Kong, where while aviation industry observers have stated that the city is losing its ground as an aviation hub, there was a bright spot to the city's aviation industry this year with the launch of the city's newest airline, Greater Bay Airlines. As we near the close of the year 2022, we'll take a look at the year for Greater Bay Airlines as it looks to ride the wave of the recovery of air travel demand to and from Hong Kong. For those who are not familiar with Greater Bay Airlines, the new Hong Kong-based startup airline first made headlines in 2022 when, as the world was going through the COVID-19 pandemic, a group of investors laid out plans for the new Hong Kong-based airline. With plans to start operations by 2022, the airline received its air operator certificate from Hong Kong's aviation authorities in 2021, setting itself up to be the third local option to compete with Cathay Pacific and Hong Kong Airlines. Along with that, the airline applied for flight rights to cover 104 destinations and received its very first Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Originally, the plans for the launch of Greater Bay Airlines would have happened by the end of 2021, though it was delayed due to the pandemic situation in the city. This leads us into this year, 2022, where Hong Kong's aviation and travel industry headline has been the gradual easing of travel restrictions to and from the city, which has drawn criticism from at home and abroad. As the airline received its air transport license and the approvals for the routes to and from Hong Kong in February of 2022, the airline continued to receive more 737s, with the addition of 2 more aircraft within the year. After anticipation turned to delay, Greater Bay Airlines would complete its very first flight on July 23rd between Hong Kong to Bangkok. Originally operating twice weekly when it first started, those flights between the two cities has since expanded to daily services between the 2 points. With its entry to the Hong Kong aviation scene, things have taken in a more positive direction, with Hong Kong city officials easing travel requirements to and from the city. Since the launch of its very first flight to Bangkok, the airline has since added a second destination, Taipei, on December 1st, before launching new flights to Tokyo and Narita on January 12th, bringing the total number of destinations of the airline operating flights to 3. Beyond the 3 cities, the airline has also identified other destinations that it plans to serve subject to regulatory approvals. On Greater Bay Airlines' website, Greater Bay Airlines plans to open up links to China with services to Beijing and Shanghai, along with South Korea with Seoul. The airline is also looking to add a second destination in Japan with Osaka. The launch of Greater Bay Airlines this year has been a bright spot of optimism for Hong Kong's aviation industry, which has been heavily affected by the pandemic and the strict and highly criticized travel restrictions to and from the city. These days, aviation observers have doubted the continued role of Hong Kong as a regional and a global hub. Though now with the easing of travel restrictions, it has come with some sense of optimism as the city's airlines look to make its full recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. In Greater Bay Airlines' case, it does have some advantages compared to the older airlines of the city like Cathay Pacific, and the timing for its launch could not have come at a better time with the ease restrictions, but also with the lack of the financial problems that have accumulated for its competitors. Greater Bay Airlines is starting fresh, and it's a similar situation with other successful launches of airlines in the region within the last few years despite the pandemic like Zip Air Tokyo and Bamboo Airways. Now, after completing the launch of its first flight and the first few months of operations, the airline's focus is now likely to be building its brand and network, as it established itself as one of Hong Kong's hometown airlines. I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in Asia Pacific. For more of the latest updates, you can check out the website at www.flightsinasia.com. In the meantime, thank you for watching and have a great day.